Okay. Whoops. Shit. Oh my God, I'm so not a professional. Okay. Switch around. There we go. Okay. Oh, all the cords. All right. Give me a second. I'm pulling everything up. I'm pulling everything up. Holy shit. Oh my God. Okay. This is like the fucking, oh, my cords are everywhere. I don't even know what's happening. Give me a second. Ah! Let me fix everything. Oh, this is what happens. This is true live. Don't look at my crotch. Okay. There we go. There's my thing. There's this thing. I'm going to move my, whoa, let's not break my computer though. How about we don't do that? Okay. There we go. Thanks. I'm glad you like my legs. Okay. All right. We're back. Holy shit. All right. This is going to be part 2. I am really curious to see what the replay of all of this is going to be, because I'm going to leave these both up and I'm going to be like, fuck it. As this is the gauntlet. That's still my cord. Jesus effing ballsack. Okay. Here we go. I have not had enough wine for this. Should I chug this down before we get going into the rest of this fucking situation? Because that is kind of what is going on here, is the wacky boom backy. I'm going to chug it. Give me a second. I still got to add my shit here. Hold on. Okay, there's my shit. I added my shit. Whoops. Hold on. There we go. I saved my changes. Everything's good. Okay. View on watch page. Stay. Save. View on watch page. Okay. We can see everything. We're good. For those of you tuning into this and hit in the replay and didn't see the original, there is a second video that started all this, but YouTube was being my not friend today. My non-friend. All right. Now I'm going to chug this. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to chug this down. And then Jesse is going to get me some more so I can finish his fucking plan with me spread. Well, let's look and see where we're at right now. Let's take a second and look and see where we are after the length of time. YouTube is hard. Play C. YouTube is hard for small channels right now. I mean, I'm not a big channel. I'm still like a one step above small channel, only like one step above. And it can be really hard, especially with the algorithm and everything else. YouTube like a bro. Oh, Mariah, I thought you were leaving. I'm glad you're back. Okay, I'm drinking my wine. I'm finishing my wine, and then we're going to move on to Friday, which is like another one of these. So remember how you guys gave me some suggestions for this wine box? Well, Friday's another day like that. I have a hangout with one of the people I am a patron of at 8 a.m. And then I have a meeting with my minister at 10 a.m. And then I'm actually having lunch with another planner person at Betty Star Plans on, I think that's her handle on Instagram. She's a NorCal person. We're having lunch together on Friday. So that's not quite as bad. They're not as close together and they're not as like stressful, but still, excuse me, another one of those gauntlets that I have to run. So I need a gauntlet name for Friday morning that is less wine centered. It's like a not bad gauntlet, but it is a hectic gauntlet. So I need a situation. Oh God, Sarah, I'm so sorry. Sarah's probably passed out. Yeah, videos, okay, so Butterfly Planner, my videos tend to get flagged fairly often, but then they unflag themselves. A lot of the times I upload videos in advance, like I pre-film, and they'll get flagged when they get uploaded, but they're still unlisted, and then they just manually go off of, without me saying anything. They just come up as yellow, and then they turn to green after like a day. And I know that's not always feasible for people to upload in advance like that, but that's one thing that has been happening to me without anything I'm doing differently. It just happens to be that way. So that's just a tip that I'm offering. How many times a week do I go to... Okay, so Mariah, allow me to let you know that I am currently the president of the board of trustees at my church. I know, as I'm chugging down wine and cussing up a storm, Yes, I am that holy. Actually, we're UUs. We're not holy at all. But Mad Dash Fuckery is amazing. What's a UU? A UU, Unitarian Universalist. Started as two kind of heretical Christian traditions that have kind of evolved to being somewhere where there's a dogma as much as there is a focus on the own personal spiritual journey and like social justice work and that community aspect without necessarily conforming to one set of beliefs, as in rather we support each other in our own belief journeys, if that makes sense. I am not great at explaining things when I have been drinking. Jess brought me the bottle. He is a good husband. Okay. We chugged. We refilled. It's time to get to the actual planning, isn't it? I think so. Okay. That's why my second desk is there. You think it is there to hold more craft supplies? It is there to hold the wine. Okay. I don't even know what's happening in the comments. Okay, my church takes all kinds of denominations. How do you have a religious service? Okay, wait. What was the... Mad Dash Fuckery is what I'm going to use to be my title here as I draw this in. The services vary. It depends on the minister. There are some UU churches on the East Coast that tend to really skew more towards Christian because that's really what they were rooted in. And on the West Coast, a lot of UU churches tend to skew more humanist because that's a lot of the people that are out here. A lot of the sermons can be about like looking deeper meaning, deeper thinking. They can be about different kind of faith traditions. It just depends on what like we're doing a Christmas Eve service and it's going to be on reflections on what Christmas has meant to each of us over the years. We're going to be having people get up and talk. One of our members is a former nun and she is going to talk about what Christmas means to her. And someone else grew up in Germany and he's going to talk about how Christmas was to him when he was growing up in Germany. So it gives some different perspectives on people's different backgrounds, kind of. I'm going to write, what was it? Mad Dash Fuckery. Mad. Getting super off track here. This is so all over the place right now. This is Mad Dash. You guys, should I zoom in? I should probably zoom in. I'm afraid to touch anything because YouTube has been so fucking touchy tonight. All right. I'm not talking much because I'm concentrating on spelling things right. Because if you spell fuckery wrong, that is a sad, sad moment. I will look at the comments in a second as I am done with my spelling. Fuckery. I love the word fuckery, by the way. Fuckery. I have a folder on my phone called Fuckery for all of the apps, like my Turn Down for What app. Okay, so we have 8 a.m. VC Hangout. 10 a.m. my minister. And then I'm going to add a little box here for lunch. And we'll do the little stitching situation like we did before. Okay, there we go. We're good. I feel good now. Do I prefer, hold on, I'm scrolling back into the comments now really quick. Oh God, I have a zit coming in on my chin. I am so sad. Sarah, thank you for switching to cherry Coke. Thank God. Holy shit. I was so worried about you. What kind of wine today? It's actually the same kind of wine as my last live playing with me. The WTD Brut from Naked Wines. It's, my husband got a bunch of it. Spoiler alert, he works for Naked Wines. That's why we get a bunch. They're an online wine company. Your last shot count was 12. Holy shit. Okay. Draw Mad Hatter hat. Maybe I will. Give me a second. Does the wine screw with my kidneys? Well, I'm not supposed to drink a ton of it because of my kidneys, but I drink a shit ton of water as well, and I don't drink like this on the regular, so probably not the greatest thing in the world, but also not the worst thing in the world, if that makes sense. So I'm honest with my doctor, and he gives me recommendations, and I do my best to follow them, so, you know, that's the best I can do. But like I said in the first stream, I'm not at the point where my kidney function is so low. My problems come from the size of my kidneys, not so much the function of them. Let me scroll down, check some more. Yeah, Claire, I got the word fuckery from Jenna Marbles, I'm pretty sure. Mari, I'm sorry that YouTube has been so shitty. Okay. I don't know what else is happening. Okay. Ooh, I'm glad you're grateful for me, Lindsay. Thank you. All right, I think I've caught up on comments. I have a fucking zit coming in on my chin. It is making me super grouchy. Okay, so this is Friday. I got everything in for Friday, except for I need to do a to-do list somewhere because I have to send, maybe I'll do that right here. And it's actually going to happen during or after this meeting with my minister. So I'm going to draw a little star because I need very specifically to send something on Friday. The order of service for the Christmas Eve service to our administrator. Because I am putting that service together, or at least I am helping put it together, and I need to make sure she gets it before she goes on vacation. So I need to do that on Friday. Friday morning is, now I need to add the hat. Fuck, what does the Mad Hatter? It has like the little card in it, right? Okay, I got this. I'm gonna draw a little hat here. Here's the hat. And then here is the card. I don't know. Does that look like a card or does that look like a ball sack? I don't know. All right, there's my Mad Hatter card, my Mad Hatter hat. I don't know if it looks like a Mad Hatter hat, but that's what it looks like for me. So you have a Mad Hatter hat there. I don't know how accurate it is, but we're gonna go with it, okay? Mayomi Pinot Noir. I've sold that when I worked at Trader Joe's. I haven't actually had it before, though, because I generally don't drink reds. Okay. You know, Elizabeth, some ball sacks may have corners. Let's not completely count them out. Okay, so Saturday night, I have a patron hangout with my $15 plus patrons that I have every week, and it's almost always on Saturday night, except for on days when I do hangout things like this. I do it at 1:30 as like a pregame. And I'm actually a patron for Marimundo, and she does a live often on Sundays, and I usually miss them because I'm either at church or getting ready for this. So one of these days, she and I need to get together and compare our schedules so that we know that we're not overlapping, because I know we share a lot of patrons. Anyway, there's my patron hangout for Saturday night. So Sunday, I have church, and church is the play that the kids are doing. So I'm going to draw a little banner in. I am going to see, let's see how drunk I am. Let me drink a little bit more of this wine and find out if I can draw a banner without it looking like complete asshole. Let's find out. Oh my God. We should, Madi. Remind me, you're probably not drinking right now, but I am, so I don't remember things. Lori and I have met in person in New Orleans, which is funny because we actually both live in Northern California, and you'd think we'd have seen each other elsewhere, but apparently we haven't. So, all right. I'm going to draw a banner. Here we go. I usually put a little banner sticker down. You guys will see. Let me show you. Here, like even when I'm drawing in my fucking planner, even when I am fucking drawing this shit in, I still go to all of the things I usually do because I am such a creature of habit. Like here is my church banner. It's not really a banner. The same thing there. I always put something in for my church on Sundays, as you can see, except for this week where I didn't do anything, or this week where I, you know, like, there's always something. You guys can see it flipping back through the weeks. You can see the things that are happening with my church, you know? This is the one I often use. So I'm going to draw a banner in right now. And then move to Vegas, the weather without the wildfires. Okay, draw Bruce banner. No, okay, drawing people is so low on the list of things I like to do because I am just bad with proportions, and so it always makes me frustrated with myself. And if there is one thing I hate, it is being frustrated with myself. This seems to be working out okay for a banner. You think, you know, Kristen Damien pays me some money to draw things for her. She would think I'm just that awesome at it, but apparently I'm not. So this is for my church. And then on that day, the kids, this coming up Sunday is their service that they're like, it's the intergenerational service, and they're putting on a play, and my kids are two of the narrators in it because our custody has made it so that they can't make it to a lot of the rehearsals. So being the narrators has been really helpful for them because they don't have to be there for everything. So they have their kids play at 11 a.m. And then I also have to announce that we have a board meeting next week because I have to do that. And then I also have to pay my pledge for the month because I didn't go today because I wasn't feeling, not that I wasn't feeling great, but I was mostly just wrung out from spending the whole fucking week feeling shitty. I wasn't feeling bad today, but today was like the day where I was like, can I please just feel better even though I'm not feeling great? And they have to wear all black. And that's one thing I have to figure out this weekend. So I should make a little note up here somewhere, another little star. And I'm going to put all black, question mark, because I don't think, my daughter probably has all black. She's almost 14 and she's pretty emo, so she has all black. But I don't think my son has all black except for basketball shorts. And I don't think basketball shorts are something he should wear for this. So we got to figure some shit out. All right, looking back at your art teacher had you draw an Enterprise. Are you talking about Enterprise like the Starship Enterprise? Because if that's the case, that's amazing. Okay, going back. I'm looking back. There's a freaking little buggy flying around in here, up in my face. Get some hot garbage. All right. So, let me zoom back out. Whoops. Come on, YouTube. Don't be a shithead. Okay, so here's where we're at for the week. This has all of my appointments for the week, which is a lot for me, generally speaking. Whew! My Simply Gilded washi. All right. You'll send me a picture of me. Do it. Supernatural is live. Tag me. I am a Trekkie. I will take it. Did you not see my Star Trek December Daily, with Captain Picard on it, right here, looking out of the stocking because we gave my dad Star Trek figures for Christmas because he was a big Trekkie. Yeah, I am a second generation Trekkie. So these are all of the things that are on the calendar for the week. It's like fucking 4:14. I shouldn't be on here much longer, but I should do something with this column. I'm not going to put to-do lists and stuff because this has been such a fucking labor to get even this far. Yeah, second generation fan. My parents were both Trekkies, and when I was growing up, we watched every episode of Star Trek The Next Generation when it aired on Saturday evenings for the first time. My parents would have their friends over, and when they had the final episode of Next Generation, they had a big party, and we had a Star Trek in our garage built out of refrigerator boxes. My mom made uniforms for everybody in the neighborhood. Like, my parents were fucking hardcore, and they raised us that way. And they both passed away, so when the new movies came out, when the first one came out, when I was in the theater watching it, I burst into tears. And then I called my sister and I was like, Daddy would have gone and bought another ticket and gone right back in. And she's like, yeah, he would have. And we both got all super schmoopy and weepy eyed. So that's what Star Trek means in my life, just so you know. Yeah, I love Star Trek. Like, I'm okay with Star Wars. I'm not one of those Star Trek people that's a fucking hater on Star Wars, though I do have my issues with it. But it makes me so happy in my core that I'm a Trekkie and my kid's dad is a Star Wars person, and my ex tried to like really indoctrinate my son to love Star Wars, which just pissed him off. And so now if you even mention Star Wars to him, he gets all frustrated and like, oh, why would you even say that to me? And so, but he likes watching Star Wars, or Star Trek. So part of me is like, oh, I got him. He likes musicals too. He's my son. I forgot. This day is the day Star Trek comes out. I should put that out. Star Trek. I don't know when we go watch it though. They are very much different genres. Star Wars is a fantasy. And yeah, you're right, Cassie. You are right. And I like Star Trek. Star Wars. I'm just not huge about Star Wars. But Star Trek, I had arguments with my dad about politics in the fucking Federation versus like the Klingon Empire. Like that's the kind of like growing up I had. I'm going to put Star Wars here though. I'm going to bubble letter some Star Wars because Star Wars comes out this day. And I still don't know what's happening with my custody. So my husband and I might go see it this day, or we might wait until my kids are back at their dad's house, because I would not want to spend money to hear my son bitch. So we're not going to do that if we have them this day, but who knows. I also, in December, want to go see The Greatest Showman, because even though part of me is like, that's not how it happened, it looks like Moulin Rouge. And if you think I'm a Star Wars fan or Star Trek fan, I keep mixing them up because I've been drinking. I am a huge musical theater fan. I have a boner for musical theater, and I love Moulin Rouge, but I do have certain amounts of issues with loving Moulin Rouge. Not because I don't like it, but because my ex and I both loved Moulin Rouge and we danced. That is a janky W, P.S. We danced to Come What May at our wedding. And it's not like I'm super like sappy over my wedding to my first husband. Believe me, I'm not. But at the same time, it did kind of add like a little bit of a like wah-wah to the whole thing. So seeing these trailers for The Greatest Showman looking so much like Moulin Rouge has me thinking like, ooh, do I have something that can like take that place without the awkward fucking connotations? Because that would be rad as fuck. And so that's where I'm at right now. Star Wars. That is some garbage lettering, but whatever. I haven't watched the new Star Trek. I want to. I don't have that streaming service, but I love Anthony Rapp, so I really want to, because he was in the first Rent, and I'm a Rent head. Thank you, Supernatural is Life. I've never watched Doctor Who. It's something I'm sure I would enjoy, but I've just never... It seems daunting to even think about trying to catch up on Doctor Who. It's like, okay, so the new Star Wars is on like CBS streaming or some shit. Something I don't have. Good night, Penguin Planner. What's my favorite? Emily Speaks asks my favorite musical. She said she's partial to Jersey Boys. I haven't seen Jersey Boys. I've seen the movie, but I haven't seen the stage show. I would love to see the stage show because I have a super gigantic love for Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and I would be one of those assholes singing along to everything. But my favorite musical is Rent. I was 16 when Rent first premiered. It was the perfect age to hit me right in the fucking emo feels, and it did. I've seen Rent 3 times on stage, including once on Broadway. So I am a big Rent head. Hamilton is high up there for me. I also really love Jesus Christ Superstar is a high level. I've seen Phantom of the Opera, I think 4 times on stage, and part of that's because it was in San Francisco for like 10 years. I love Les Mis. I haven't seen Miss Saigon on stage yet, but I love the soundtrack to it. Little Shop of Horrors. I love musicals. I'm just not a big fan of like the cheeseball, like Rodgers and Hammerstein shit from like the 50s. That's not my style. I like the melodramatic, everybody has tuberculosis and dies musicals. I'm not so much a fan of the happy, let's all dance and have a G-rated time kind of musicals. So I like it when everybody dies. I'm a big fan of Hamilton. I saw Hamilton in San Francisco in June. We took the kids. It was their first live musical experience, and holy shit, it was amazing. It was their Christmas present last year. I love Sweeney Todd. I showed my son the Johnny Depp movie, and he loves Sweeney Todd, and I think he would love to see it on stage. My son has decided he sat through the entire movie of West Side Story without even getting up to go to the bathroom. I couldn't believe it. My daughter's like, meh. She likes Hamilton, but she's not like a big musical person. But RJ, he's all over musicals like stink on poo. Sweeney Todd is fucking rad. I want to see it on stage. Okay, I need to put something in my thankful thought box. What am I going to put? I need a quote to put in my thankful thought box, and I just spit on my fucking planner. So while you guys are thinking of a quote to put on my thankful thought box, I'm going to draw a little to-do sticker, because that is one thing I love to put right here is a to-do sticker for the week. So while I'm drawing this, come up with something for me a quote to put in my thankful thought box of some sort. Okay, let's see what we got here. Everybody's Les Mis is awesome. Evita, I've seen Evita on stage. That is rad. Have a Good Dinner, Butterfly Planner. Waitress is something I have heard is awesome. You saw Phantom with Michael Crawford, Jennifer Wilkinson? I am so jealous. Oh, man. Michael Crawford is legit. That is a long quote. I need a shorter quote than that. Supernatural is life. I will say, shit happens. Forrest Gump. How do you measure a year in the life? Aw. I really want to get a tattoo that says forget regret, which is my favorite Rent quote, but I haven't decided yet. Mischief managed. All right. I'm going to add a little bit of drop shadow to this situation here. I know Sarah's on Cherry Coke. I did my best, Sarah, to give you cirrhosis today. I hope it worked. You're 15 minutes in already. Thank you, Violet. We do this once a month. I would do it more often, but A, my liver couldn't handle it, and B, I don't want to do too many live plan with me's and have the fun wear off. You know, if I did it every single week, I think it would become stale. Oh my, I just burped again. Burping. Art is the only way you can escape without leaving the house. Oh, I like that. Snow happens. I'm not using snow happens. That doesn't make sense for California. You solemnly swear you're up to no good. The story of tonight. Aww. The story of tonight. Make it so. Holy shit. I will tell you, when we went and saw Hamilton in June, because this is Bay Area and that's where Daveed Diggs, the original Lafayette, is from, part of me was like fingers crossed that he would show up and be like, yeah, hometown represent, and be Lafayette, but he didn't. The Lafayette and the touring cast is really awesome, but I was like, aw, it could have been him. Aw, wah, wah. Where's your representation for Oakland? Actually, I think I'm going to go with Cassie's quote of burpin'. Or there are 4 lights. I'm going to use that, Claire, because anybody who's a Trekkie is going to be like, I know what that means. And everybody else is going to be like, what in the hell? I'm going to do that. I'm going to make it pretty too. There. Now, if you don't know what we're talking about for There Are Four Lights, it was an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation where Captain Picard, it was a two-parter, I'm pretty sure, where Captain Picard was getting tortured by Cardassians. Not the Kardashians, though you would think. Leathery-faced fucking people, megalomaniacs. No. They were torturing him to get some information, and this fucking guy was like not even caring so much about the information, but just wanted to break Captain Picard. And he yells out, and he's all fucking like nasty and like all tortured and horrified. And he's like, "There are four lights," and it's really intense. And if you watch Star Trek: The Next Generation, it just reminds you that Patrick Stewart is a boss. Though I will say, I was watching the Honest trailer of the Emoji Movie, and I did not realize that Patrick Stewart did the voice of the poo emoji. And that kind of makes me go like, "Oh man, why'd you do that, bud? You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to go there and be the poo emoji, Patrick Stewart. You're a fucking like Shakespearean actor of magnificent proportions, and you were the poo emoji? Really, bro? Really? Really?" That's some hot garbage. I don't even know what's happening in the comments. P.S. I'm just spending my time getting this quote lettered in to glorious perfection. At least how it looks with my sparkling wine eyes. That could be a song. That could be like an indie band song sung by like some twee motherfuckers in skinny jeans. Yeah. Magnificent perfection. Lettering magnificence. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, there are four lights. There we go. There's the quote. Captain Picard is fucking hot as shit. He is hot. Bald fucking dudes of the 90s, dude. Captain Picard and Skinner from the X-Files. They were like my 14-year-old wet dream. I swear to God. Captain Picard, Skinner from the X-Files. Hotness. If you are too young, Supernatural is life, I'm looking at you. If you're too young to know about the hotness that is Skinner from the X-Files, I tell you, go search it out and you will understand how hot Skinner from the X-Files was. Way hotter than Mulder. Mulder was not hot. Skinner was hot. I can tell how I feel about some of you based on your responses in the comments. Some of you are like, yes, and some of you are like, what? Though I will tell you, I will tell you that the way people react to the hotness that is Patrick Stewart, even though he's like 800 years old, and yet the way that dudes react to women over the age of 30, that should tell you something about the way that genders are viewed in pop culture. Think about that, you know? Like, do people go like, "Oh, Meryl Streep, she's fucking hot"? No, because she's older, and yet Patrick Stewart is like geriatric, and people are like, "God, let him poke that." Like, think about that for a second. It's food for thought. It's just something I want to throw out there. Not that I'd want to poke Meryl Streep, but like I said earlier in the stream when the troll was here, I'm not gay. So, like, I would have my lesbian experience for Shirley Manson. That's about as far as I would go. But she's also 6'1", I think, and so she's up there in my height because I'm 6'2". So, anyway, bye, Erin. Thank you for sticking around as long as you have. I'm looking here. You're watching X-Files with your dad. You wrote / Deborah. Was that back in like the days when there was like, what was it, ScullyNet or something? Like it was the first like, okay, I'm going to give you guys, while I'm here, kind of glancing at where I'm at, because I think I might be done with this for the week right now, because I got to put to-dos and things like that, but I got to like really take a second and not be drunk to do that. I will give you guys a moment to understand that I used to write slash fan fiction for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. My personal slash fandom was Giles Xander. Now I know, looking back on that, that is inappropriate, but that was what I did. Just saying. I was all over writing the dirty fan fiction for Buffy the Vampire Slayer back in the day. Not gonna lie. Yeah. I forgot Hump Day. Oh, God. I don't even know when Hump Day is going to happen. I'm surfing the Crimson Tide this week, and I am not one of those people who is okay with riding the red wave when you're having sexy fun times. It's like not in my list of things I prefer to do. So I'm not sure if Hump Day is going to happen this week or not. But if it is, it's probably going to happen later in the week rather than sooner in the week. Tall girl kinship, Valerie. Shit, yes. Yeah, I wrote a lot of slash fan fiction too. I was like 19 or 20. I was hardcore in the Buffy fandom when it was first, before they even referred to it as fandom. Before fandom was even a word, I was in the Buffy fandom. I wasn't deep into the X-Files fandom, though I was aware of it, but it wasn't something that I cruised like hard into. I was too enwrapped in my Buffy the Vampire Slayer fandom to be into anything else. Fandom was a word. I didn't know that word. I'm going to finish this glass of wine and be done. I'm trying to decide if I want to add anything else yet or if I want to just leave. There is one day, what was it? One day. Maybe I added it already. I think I added it already. Where I have to do some shit. Yeah, I loved Buffy. Buffy movie? Fuck yeah, Luke Perry. Luke Perry was my boyfriend. I think I'm going to cap this and maybe I'll flip the camera face forward since I will finish this glass of wine, but I think I'm done with my planner because I don't want to be like, I want to be responsible with my planning. And as I have a bunch of stuff on the to-do list to move over to this week, I don't want to do that after I've been drinking because then I'll be looking at it tomorrow morning being like, what the hell did I just do? So instead, I think I will do is I will turn I could add more, but what would I add? I don't know. I could add an eggplant. I've added little eggplants in the washi, but like I said, I don't know when it's going to happen. Right now, it's a construction zone down there and there's nothing going to be happening. So, and if I turn the camera on my face, you'll see the zit that is fucking erupting on my chin. And I am not okay with that. It is doing this vlogging, knowing that I have like mount pus growing on my chin is just like nasty. No eggplant fun. Eggplant Sunday. Okay, I'll put them on Eggplant Sunday, even though I have the kids that day. So it has to be like quiet Eggplant Sunday. Maybe, hold on. I got this. Wait. Here we go. I'm going to start with drawing the little eggplant cap. Okay, there's the cap. Now I'm going to draw the little eggplant. It's making a big eggplant because it's kind of like eyebrows to here. I'm going to draw these little eyeballs. A big happy mouth. And I'm going to write eggplant. Eggplant Sunday. Now that is not the most beautiful of it. Zoom in. There we go. Not the most beautiful of eggplants. And I'm going to write right here because it's my new favorite flip phrase. Sexual healing. And then an arrow in case you missed it. Okay, because you can see I did that right here. Sexual healing. I love that. I think sexual healing is like remarkably, scroll out. There we go. Remarkably accurate. No construction here. That's what my IUD is for. But there is My body has never been one of those that is like, nope, no more periods on the IUD. I still get them. I just get them. They're just a lot less Niagara Falls. Less. I have not watched Doctor Who. Doctor Who is... Morning eggplants don't happen in this house. There's something about sex with the light outside where I'm like, ugh, it makes my shit shrivel up. I am not a Doctor Who person. I have tried watching it before and it has just, I don't know, man. Maybe part of me feels like super overwhelmed by the idea of trying to catch up on all of it and I don't know where to start, where it would make sense. I don't know. Start with the current run. I'm excited to see that there's going to be a woman. Maybe I'll start with that. I still have to catch up on, start watching The Crown. I was all excited. I even put it in my planner, The Crown, and I just haven't had the chance. I've been watching fucking Roseanne on Amazon because it's on Amazon Prime. And I'm like, fuck yeah, Roseanne, because that was basically my life. I was, spoiler alert, if you look at Roseanne, that was very much my life when I was growing up. And I was Becky. Just to let you know. First Becky. I was not second Becky. I was first Becky. My freaking nails are so whack right now. Anyway. Okay, my wine is almost gone. So, okay. My wine is almost gone. I am going to take a lightning round of questions. If you have any questions for me of any sort, I don't promise to answer them. If you have any questions for me of any sort, I will answer them until I'm out of wine. So go ahead and ask. Now is the time. Bye, Sarah. Date for CindyCon. Don't have one. If you live in Northern California, I'm hoping to start having regular, like once a month meetups in my general vicinity. But that's on my list of possibilities, not necessarily something I have planned yet. But as for CindyCon, not even close, bro. Do you think anybody makes an eggplant dildo? If they haven't, they're missing out on a golden opportunity. But my guess is yes, the internet has pretty much everything. Favorite sparkling wine? Probably the Moscato d'Asti from Trader Joe's that comes in the scalloped bottle. I think it's like called Toscana or something like that. It's in a bottle that's got like ridges, like ribbed for her pleasure. And the cork basically will break your corkscrew, but it is so delicious. Holy shit. They don't sell it in the sparkling wine section. They usually sell it over by the Moscatos. My absolute favorite song ever is probably Dawn by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, because I am an old person. When am I coming to Vegas? Hell if I know. Would anyone make eggplant washi? Probably. I guess I bet you $5 Michael's will probably have it within the next like 6 months, because they're usually about 6 months past when things are trendy. So maybe. Is the Instant Pot worth buying? Yes, if you're going to use it. I bought mine a year ago and I've only just started using it on the regular this week because I've been scared of it. But holy shit, is it not amazing now that I'm actually using it. Favorite SIP book. What is SIP? What does that mean? I'm sure I'm probably just missing something that's obvious, but... Emoji Baiter makes eggplant dildos. Thank you for the heads up. Ellie? Do I use any ring-bound systems for planting, or do I prefer coil? I prefer coil. I have ring-bound things, but I generally don't stick to them. I like having everything in one spot, and I don't tend to move things around that much, so this actually works better for me. This is my preferred method. If you did a meetup... Whoa, where we go? If I did a meetup in SoCal, specifically in the OC, you will give me a Star Trek drawing. Well, I'm going to be in Palm Springs in February, but I mean, I'm limiting my traveling as much as I can this next year because of my kidney problems, but California is still up, but right now the only one I'm traveling for at the moment is in Palm Springs in February. And if you want to check that out, that's in the West Coast Planners group. Okay, what we got? Have I seen Jersey Boys since my what, Kim? I haven't seen Jersey. I've only seen the movie of Jersey Boys, but I would watch the shit out of it in any sense because Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons is one of my go-to bands when I'm in a bad mood. Any of their music will make me happier instantly, and I'll start singing along with it. But Dawn, Go Away, that song is my favorite song of all time. Favorite quality of Jesse. He is responsible as fuck, and I am not. There are many things I love about Jesse, but he is so fucking responsible that he keeps me from getting like arrested or thrown into debtor's prison or anything like that. And I appreciate his responsibility and his level-headedness, even though I also appreciate the fact that he's a sexy guitar player. So yeah. Strangers in Paradise. Oh fuck, what is it? I Dream of You is my favorite Strangers in Paradise graphic novel. That's the one that I got my tattoo from, is I Dream of You. Bye, Supernatural's Life. Good luck. What time is it in California? It is 4:41. Salty or sweet? Salty. By far, salty. Salty is my fucking jam. Any other questions? I'm just about to... Oh, wait, here we go. Fandom and Books has... What's my favorite guilty pleasures? Movie, TV, song. My favorite guilty pleasures for movies are probably any chick flick starring Jennifer Lopez. I love The Wedding Planner. I love fucking Made in Manhattan. Like those movies. I will watch those whenever they're on. And then my favorite guilty pleasure TV show is probably, I don't know if it's considered a guilty pleasure, but The Tudors is life. The Tudors is life. I have rewatched The Tudors. I don't even want to know how many times. As for music, probably, oh God, what would be a guilty pleasure for me? Like, I don't know if any of my music is, oh, Mr. Biggs. Song, You're the One, I'm the One Who Wants to Be With You. My sisters and I will sing that entire song out loud. I'm the one who wants to be with you, be with you. That song is my fucking jam. Thank you, Lindsay. Good night. Thank you for sticking around. Okay, hold on. Scrolling up. Going. Have I seen Monty Python? Yes. I have not seen all of Monty Python's shit. I've seen like The Holy Grail and Life of Brian. Clear lights or multicolored? Clear. Ever traveled to the East Coast? Yes. My husband's family actually lives on Long Island. And so I have been to New York several times, including once to a planner meetup. But I haven't been anywhere besides like New York. What's the likelihood of a New Zealand meetup? You never know, man. My husband's company has an office in Australia, so you never know, but probably not very likely. Favorite book is Stephen King's It. When I binge watch on YouTube, who or what am I watching? Generally either Jenna Marbles, Philip DeFranco, or, who else would I? Makeup Struggles is a makeup person who she cusses. She's basically like the me of makeup videos, and I love her. Rome has been on my list, but I have not started watching it yet. Do I have siblings? Yes, I have 2 younger sisters. Okay, I got one more drink. I'll take one more question. Have I ever read the Twilight Saga? I've read several of them, and the reason I read them was not because I liked Twilight, but because a friend of mine, I was trying to judge her for reading Twilight, and she said I wasn't allowed to judge her because I hadn't read the book, so I didn't understand. So I fucking checked them out from the library and hate read them so that I could judge her, and I came to her with like underlined passages of like, this is why these suck. So that's why I've read the Twilight Saga, is because I hate read it. that's the end of the wine, but I am going to answer Trisha's Love Brittany. Do you and Jesse exchange Christmas gifts? Any ideas for what I'll get him? Need ideas. We actually don't generally, unless we usually do exchange like tchotchke shit, but generally we just say this is what I want and then buy it and then wrap it. So currently I think he is interested in an Android style watch because he just moved over to a Google phone, and most likely that'll be it. Like, if he had his way, his presents would be like several $1,000s, like guitars and shit like that, and we can't afford that. So currently, often we've given him like a nice bottle of whiskey or like things like that, but we're generally not super, we tell each other exactly what we want, or we might even order it for ourselves and then the other person wraps it. That's generally how we handle things, because neither of us, I'm not big on surprises, and we're usually of the opinion that we just get what we want rather than wait for Christmas. So that's kind of how things shake out. Anyway, okay, that's the end of it. I finished my wine. You guys, thank you for sticking around through 2 live streams. This has been an intense kind of fucking day. Thank you so much. Somebody thumbs down this video already. Wow. I'm impressed. Anyway, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. I am going to be putting up Vlogmas for the last couple of days, and I'm probably going to update it as soon as this video is over with my recap. So watch it tomorrow to hear my final thoughts on this whole fucking shitty YouTube situation with today's vlog. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit that like button if you're in here and you've made it this long. Like, I've got 21 likes and there are 90 of you in here watching. So there should be at least 90 likes on this fucking video. So like it. Like this video if you made it this far. And I will see you guys next time. Hasta la vista, babies. Oh shit, how do I turn this off? Boom.